How can you drink and not get fat? Eat less. And by less, I mean don't eat it. Again, I haven't eaten today. I had one Snickers bar, and now I'm eating one bag of Doritos, one shitty little bag of Doritos, 150 calories. My total calorie intake for the day currently is around 600. I'm 6'3", I'm 170. My calories to sustain my weight, to sustain my life, is 1,900 calories a day. Trevorkian says 150 calories in a single shot. Doesn't matter what your diet is if you drink. Tell me that all you want. I got to 206. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not eat a lot. And now I'm 170. You know how much working out I did? Less than 0. I unworked out. I worked out in the opposite direction. I got lazier. Fuck you. There's a bunch of calorie in whiskey. Yeah, sure there is. You know there's more calorie in than whiskey? You and your fat ass. I have 6% body fat. And I like the way I look more than that fag at Men's Warehouse says I would. It's weird, guys. It is really weird. I encounter people at all places in their life. I don't really care what people do. I don't care if you're fat, honestly. If you care if you're fat, one, you're ahead of everybody else. But I don't care if you're fat. I stopped hating fat people a long time ago. I hate you, though. But if you want to learn how to lose weight, go to every website. You can go to everything there. Do this diet program and exercise. Do this. Oh, balance your complex carbs. Don't have versus your protein intake, your fat balance. No, just don't eat. Don't eat. Just don't eat. If you want to cut weight. Now, if you want to shape your body into something special, you want to build muscle, you want to like increase your lean stuff. Don't listen to me on the don't eat thing. If you're going to work out and do a bunch of stuff and build muscle, like if you want to build shoulders, like if you're me now and you're like, oh, I want to build shoulders, can't do the no eat thing. You have to eat sufficient amount of protein, and more specifically, you have to eat a sufficient amount of carbs to sustain the workout to build your shoulders. You have to do that. If you need to lose weight, do not look at the gym and go, that's how I'll lose weight. You're not going to lose weight at the gym. You're going to get hungry. You know why? Because your fat fucking ass is going to be burning calories at a higher rate. And you're going to go, I want to drink dumplings. You're going to be fat and you're going to need more food because you're going to work out your body. My personal suggestion, I'm not your nutritionist. I am your lawyer and your doctor and your daddy. Lose the weight first. Lose the weight. You know why? Because when you get older, it's easy to put on weight. Guys, have you ever been 35? Have you tried that? Have you been 35? Once you're 35, you know how you put on weight? You breathe around food. It's not hard. You put on weight in a moment. Cut the weight first. Stop eating. Stop eating. No, you mean eat less. No, I mean stop. You mean like anorexia? Anorexia is amateur time. You know, they sneak candy in. Don't do it. Don't be anorexic. Stop eating. Be stoic. Be a fucking Nepalese monk. Be a goddamn Dalai Lama. You go on a goddamn hunger strike against a cause. Stop eating. If you're over 200 pounds, you know when you're going to die when you stop eating? Never, you fat fuck. Your body's going to eat you forever. Stop eating. When you get down to the weight that is below where you want to be with muscle, cool. That's great. Find your minimum, find your floor, get there. When you get there, and then you decide to work out, you have the time, whatever, you want to craft a specific thing, then go do your cool diet, your specialized workouts, get a personal trainer, do all of that shit. Cut the weight because it'll be easy to put it on, especially if you're past 35. It was really hard for me from 0 to 33 to put on weight. I couldn't do it. I eat 10,000, 15, 20,000 calories a day. I could not gain pounds. Couldn't do it at all. For whatever reason. Metabolism, activity, all that stuff. That all changed. Once I had 35, all that activity changed. My schedule changed. My metabolism slowed down. It's easy to put on weight. And I put on a lot of it for me. Not for you, but for me. couple years, not Christmas, maybe Christmas last year. If it wasn't Christmas last year, it was like Johnny Depp trial time. I was 206, fat. I looked at myself. I said, I hate me. I'm going to stop eating. Again, my goal was 170 or my goal was 185. I got to 185 and I said, well, 185 would be good if I had muscles. I don't really have muscles. So we're going to go lower. Went to 170. Now, when my life stabilizes and I get to build muscle and get back to the gym, then I'll go for 185. But I'm going to do that by eating from where I am, not trying to cut down. Because if you're trying to cut weight while working out, you're going to fail. You know how I know you're going to fail? Because you're on YouTube at 1:18 a.m. talking about eating a full pizza. We've spent too much time on this topic. It's just important. So many people don't know it. It's a weird thing. They're like, no, let me tell you how to lose weight. Everybody telling you how to lose weight online is 230 pounds. And they're like, no, let me tell you the secret. Bro, the only secret you know is a secret menu at Arby's. Claim Suit says far too much time. Now, you know what? Actually, no. Claim Suit, fuck you. Fuck you right in your goddamn fat mouth. Here's the problem. I don't spend enough time talking about this because I go to live events and I have met many of you. You're all focused on the wrong shit. Everybody's health goals are wrong. They're always wrong. It's like, I want to look like this. And they go to someone who is they're in the top 0.01% of body types. And they're like, this is what I want. Oh, you ate the percentage of body type you're in. You can't get there. You won't get there. You're not going to do that. Is a decades-long journey. It's a decades-long journey. And it starts with you not being as pathetic as you are. Stop. I'm not trying to look like fucking Arnold. You know why I'm not trying to look like Arnold? I'm not gonna. I won't get there. I'm not going to do this for... I'm not going to discipline myself to Arnold's workout regime for a decade. I'm also not going to eat creatine, and I'm not going to inject my balls with testosterone. I won't do those things. So that's not going to happen. But I can tell you how to lose weight. I can help you achieve reasonable goals. You want to be fucking John Cena? Your genetics don't support it. Your diet doesn't support it. Your activity level doesn't support it. And you have a real job. You can't do these things. You're not Chris Evans. You're not Chris Hemsworth. You do not have a $12 million agreement to be handsome. You don't have that. So you can listen to bullshit, or you can listen to someone who can tell you how to lose 30 pounds. And the best way to lose 30 pounds is to not eat the 30 pounds you were going to eat. Evan H says, drinks 30 shots but scared of creatine. I'm not scared of creatine. If I was going to work out, I'd probably take it. I'm not going to work out. I'm busy, man. I would love to I like going to the gym. My heat allergy has fucked my desire to go to the gym, and my schedule has fucked my ability to go to the gym. Those two things have fucked it up. I used to go to the gym 4 times a week. It was great. I loved working out. It produces endorphins. It makes you feel better. Everything about it is fantastic. Prior to that, when I was even younger, when I was still in college and I was hanging out with Drexel over summers, we go to the gym every day for 2 to 3 hours. That's why Drexel is bigger than you. I would not get that big. That my body shape doesn't do that. I'm not black. I wasn't built to haul cotton in by the bale or whatever. That was not going to happen for me. But we would go to the gym for an hour to 3 hours every day. We'd work out. Cool. Go to Perkins. We'd eat. And we'd hang out and talk. We'd go watch a movie or whatever. And we'd have a great time. Fantastic. Cool. Can't do that anymore. You don't do that. But the reason I would love to do all those things and have the time to do it is because I felt great while I did it. And I don't get particularly big. I have very slight build. No matter what shape I'm in, I'll be thin. I will be thin. I will not bulk up like crazy. But I got a lot stronger while I was doing that. I like it. If I was going to go do it now, yeah, I'd take creatine. I'd make a more intentional protein balanced diet. But I'm not doing that. I'm busy. So when you're busy, what you do is you don't eat. Well, you can have you load yourself up with creatine and protein or whatever, and then don't go work out. That'll be great for you, I'm sure. Do whatever you want. I'm sure you're doing great with your goals. Adriana says thin boy. Trust me, girl. Very thick. Where it matters. No, it's my BMI is right in the ideal range. I'm actually very, very fucking happy with my body shape, body type, and results right now. I'm right where I want to be. The only difference I would make is if I wanted to, I would love to build up some muscle if I have some time and can make it into my schedule. And in that case, I would want to get up about 15 pounds of muscle because I'd look about the same overall structurally, but I would have bigger shoulders, I have better arms, and a little bit more muscle definition. That'd be great. That's what I want to be at. I want to find the time to do that. Right now I can't because it's winter and everything I do, I'm literally chasing every day. I don't have time to go to the gym. When I do, that's what I'll do. But until then, I'm probably way thinner than you think, or way less thin than you think. The camera can never translate to how people look in person. David Goliath 000. Some people have found success by doing intermittent fasting, just something for overweight people to look into. No. David 1 Goliath 000. Intermittent fasting is not for overweight people. Intermittent fasting is for people who are slightly above their weight target. You know what is for overweight people? Not eating, starvation, the Auschwitz diet. Eat water, but then think that water is probably more calories than you need. That is the overweight diet. You're sitting here like, intermittent fasting. These fatsos will sit down to intermittently fast and they will eat 7,000 calories during their cheat time or whatever. Don't do it. They have no self-control. You know how you know they have no self-control? They're already fat. We're going to recommend intermittent fasting, a diet which requires significant amounts of control and planning. You're going to recommend that to someone who's 325 pounds? The only planning they have is that every Uber ride they take has a side trek to a donut shop. They don't know how to control themselves. They can't do it. If you put a hamburger in front of them, they will ask why there's not two. They won't refuse to eat it. They'll cry while they ask why there aren't two. But they will never consider the possibility of just not biting the fucking sugar bun with beef in it. You know why they won't? They're fat. Nutrition, dieting, all this. It's not hard. It is not hard. Just get into the fucking sociology and psychology of people. If a person has a demonstrated inability to exhibit self-control, you know this because they're dying of type 2 diabetes right now while their stomach is wider than they cannot buckle a belt because their hands cannot reach the front of the belt. They're that fat. And you're like, well, let me recommend them a strict regime of diet, exercise, sleep schedule, and pills. If the pills are not shaped like Lucky Charms marshmallows, that fat fuck will not take them. What are you doing? You cannot possibly tell these people to control themselves. They can't. Take away the option. Get rid of the food. They cannot. If there is a banana, they're like, you know what I could do instead of eating one banana? I could eat every banana that grows in a state. That's how fat they are. That's how they got that way. They're like, ramen, raw men is what I eat. Raw men. They're fat. because they can't control themselves. And every goddamn dietitian's like, oh, I know how to help the fatso who can't control him. The fatso who goes to Subway and orders McDonald's. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell him to eat less. Just a little bit less, just below his daily caloric needs. 500 calories below. So every 7 days he loses a pound. Motherfucker, this Negro has not lost a pound in his life. He's 350. Not only did he not lose pound, he found other pounds. He's the Indiana Jones of finding pounds. He's a goddamn archaeologist of finding pounds that were lost by some better man in the past. You cannot tell him to not eat. It's foreign to him. Ah! Pliny says an hour spent on fat people. It's a day that ends in Y. I fucking hate this. I hate this topic so much. Don't even email. If you're fat, look, I know you can't email me because your fingers can't hit one key at a time. Don't email me anyway. Just stop. Just stop eating. But Nick, what if I don't feel good? Cool. Stop eating. But Nick, what if I eventually die? Good. That's when you finally stopped eating enough. Buy smaller plates. Don't buy plates. Don't buy anything. Don't buy food. Go hungry. What do I have to do what do I do when I have to survive? You don't. You don't have to survive. You know why? Because every time a fat person died, no one cared. You don't have to survive at all.